All right. Welcome into the week 14, the last call. We're like 5 minutes late, was just chatting and didn't realize the time. um, yeah, it's the game going on right now is fairly boring. Pretty defensive, a lot of turnovers. Have you been able to catch any of it so far?
Yeah, I did. I have been watching it, and I wonder how many people are watching this a little bit more in depth than we are with some fantasy assets that could have some playoff implications for them right now.
Yeah, right. I'm sure there's plenty, and unfortunately for most of them, I don't think there's a lot helping. For the guys who need stuff to not happen are having a great time,
Yeah,
but the
yeah, that's right.
the ones who need stuff to happen are having a tough night right here. Um,
Yeah, you got the whole Jalen Hurts pick and a fumble, and I don't know. I haven't checked the scoring on that yet, how they ruled it, but that'll be an interesting one.
yeah, I'm not sure. It's got to be like in standard, like -4, I think, right? That's not good. So, yeah, Jalen having a pretty bum night. Saquon has been running like fairly well, and they haven't been giving him the ball much. So I don't know what they're doing there.
Yeah.
um,
Again, there's plays where AJ Brown just looks like he's completely disconnected from this team. He quits on
yeah,
routes, scramble drills. He's just kind of standing in the middle of the field, not
yeah,
being an option for Hurts. And then all of a sudden, they connect for a 26-yard pass, and he looks like he's happy again. So who
I
knows what's
know
going on there?
it's so weird, and it's funny because like AJ Brown as a dude, I like AJ Brown, but as a player, it's just odd. I don't know what's going on. I feel like he exactly that. Like he just doesn't. He's not in it. He's not there to be with the boys. He's not invested in the team.
Yeah, it would be an interesting storyline come the offseason.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there goes Saquon. Well, there we go. Saquon Barkley long touchdown. That's something for somebody.
There you go. Spoke it into existence.
Yeah, yeah. I just want the Eagles to lose, but you know, we'll see what happens. Cool. So the Thursday night game. Odell Eagles masterclass. Yeah, yeah. Off one play. Yeah. What's up, Odell? That's my partner on my End Zone Expert show. Good guy on X. He's commenting on. That's cool. I haven't seen one of those yet. Thanks for stopping in, OTL. I appreciate you, man. Um, I'll make sure to do the show sheet tomorrow. Yeah. So, um, that's good for them. Good play. There's some excitement in the game. Maybe someone cares. Everyone's probably already asleep. I was trying to watch the game. Um, so Thursday night, were you able to watch any of that game?
I saw the Thursday nighter. It was not the outcome that you wanted for your Dallas Cowboys.
It was not. No, it absolutely wasn't. I was hoping for much more. But hey, it happens. At the end of the day, if they let's say they win out, they go 10-6-1 because they have a pretty easy schedule from here on out. Then that's 3 wins more than they were expected this year.
Yep.
No one was really expecting much of a season, so it's actually a good year essentially to lead into the next season. So there's the defense is tightened up. The offense is obviously the offense. Pickens had kind of a weird, strange night. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like, I think it just looked different or something because I don't think he just gave up. He's having the best year of his career. He loves being on the team. He loves Dak. He loves CD. And I don't think he's just like, I don't feel like playing tonight. I don't think that's what happened. Something else was happening. Maybe I know he's been nursing an injury, so and maybe him and Dak have just been we're just all not on the same page all night. There's something there.
Yeah, it did look a little bit like that, and I think Detroit probably schemed a little bit more to have more attention on Pickens, where they spread it out. Flournoy and Jake Ferguson had bigger games.
Mm-hmm.
Javante Williams punched one in. So
Mm-hmm.
Dallas offense was there. It was just unfortunate they ran up against
Yeah,
an Amon-Ra St. Brown ankle game and Jameer
yeah.
Gibbs going nuclear.
Yeah, Jameer Gibbs, I mean, being used in the pass game like very heavily. They saw the weakness and they exploited it on Dallas D. And it doesn't help that the tip interceptions gave the Lions a short field, a couple times. So that unlucky bounces don't happen. You're talking maybe it goes in OT. You never know how the game falls that way. So yeah, it's not. It was just a rough game. Just bad luck on the side of Dallas and good luck on the side of the Lions. And it was just a terribly officiated game as a whole too. I mean, both sides were getting bad calls.
Yeah, I think that's always. It seems like that's been a big topic this year too.
Yeah,
You know, some of the calls by the refs, injuries this year. Those have been two of the major storylines for us.
yeah, yeah, very much. Um, but yeah, Jameson Williams had an okay night. Yeah, Gibbs, of course. Montgomery he also had a good night. Most of the lines, like offense, had a pretty. They
Mhm.
all did pretty well. Yeah, Lamb getting hurt, so who knows? He might not be playing this week. We'll see. Concussion protocol, but
Yeah, he gets 3 extra days rest. And I mean, we'll see. I was joking with a buddy at work about this that the Cowboys are still in the hunt, so we're gonna
yeah,
see how how this goes if those doctors are gonna sign off on anything and get Lamb out there so
yeah,
they can get this
yeah,
offense rolling.
yeah. Especially if the Eagles end up losing tonight, then like the Cowboys are still very much in the hunt. So
Hmm.
that could change a lot of things in that yeah in that area.
We'll get it.
Yeah. um, the next game here, the Titans and the Browns. Now that was quite
Ooh,
a game.
yeah.
High scoring. I expected it to be a little more defensive, but both the quarterbacks had a solid game. Um, Cam Ward, Cam Ward had like the stiff arm of the century against what's his face? It's not Judon. Yeah,
Um,
I can't
that
remember
was
his name.
Rayshon Jenkins, wasn't it?
Jenkins,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
He freaking put him at 6 feet under with that stiff arm. That was
Hmm.
awesome. Love to watch that. Yeah, that's gotta suck for the defense for Jenkins. Like the
Yeah.
quarterback just drops you like that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and overall, like another good game for Fannin. It looks like he's playing pretty well. How do you think how do you think he's gonna get drafted next year?
Oh, I think he's definitely going to be elevated up where he might be to the point where we see, Kittle, Andrews, maybe not as high as what we saw with Kelsey, but in
Mhm.
these tight end premium leagues and in redraft, like he's going to be what a third, fourth rounder. Like I think it's going to
Mhm.
be quite the jump. Um, he looks like he's definitely Shadur Sanders' go-to target right now. And plus that big catch radius and the yak ability on him, it's awesome watching him.
Yeah, it's great. He's just like taking the job from Njoku, which is
Hmm.
interesting because Njoku's like a freak of nature.
Yep.
He's this giant dude. But hey, if it works, it works, you know. And Fannin does look good, so I think he is someone you could see in the top 4 or 5 rounds in Ray draft next year, especially in tight end premiums. Shadur Sanders also had a pretty awesome game. Crazy, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Cam Ward Shadur Sanders clips from the offseason about doing jersey swaps and how he
Yeah.
needed to save money. And it's like, man, Shadur came out and he made me eat my words because
Mhm.
I didn't see this performance from him. And now he's been declared the starter for the rest of the season. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, like I felt like it was the most unnecessary announcement. I don't know who was he not gonna be at all anyway, unless he had like the worst game ever. I don't see why they were gonna cycle him out. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's good. I think he needs the reps. It'll be good for him. He's had most of the season to kind of sit back and wait, and I think that'll be better for him in the long run. So we'll see how it carries over, how he goes for the rest of the year, and then how it carries over.
Hmm.
Um, Tony Pollard having an awesome game out of nowhere, just drops a nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
expect him to be in lineups next year or next week for the playoffs, and he'll go back to dropping an egg.
yeah. So doing like 6, 7 points a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Just getting your hopes up for a week, and it's not that like it's just the system and the team. Pollard's still a good player. It's just like just where he is. You know, it's a tough spot to be. J Dog, we got a message here. Started 0-6, now 7-7, making the playoff spot from that Saquon run. Wow, so
Let's
that
go.
run made it in. That's awesome. See, this is why you never give up. You never give up on a season, no matter how bad it seems. just stick with it. And this is what happens, man. You never know. Anything's possible in fantasy. I have one of the highest scoring teams in my main league, and I'm not in the playoffs. So that's how that goes on the other end. How are you looking good on your leagues?
I am looking good on my leagues. There's one you know what? It's been a long rebuilder, and I go out and I lay an egg. So we're gonna see. You know what? I was hoping I could finish first in that and get my money back, but I think I'm gonna slide down to second.
Mhm.
Most of my leagues, like the winners won. I had a couple of rebuilders that they somehow lucked out a win, so
Yeah.
kind of pissed about that, but it's the way it goes.
Mhm.
Overall, yeah, good spot.
Yeah,
How
good.
about you?
Generally good. One of my long rebuilders has Malik Neighbors and Cam Scadaboo and Kendra Miller and like a bunch of people that all got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So it started off good, like that team was finally finding its stride, even when Neighbors went down. But then, yeah, but it's got a bright future. I got Quinshot Junkins. I still have BTJ on that team, who will be fine. Jacoby Myers, was an acquisition in the offseason this year to help kind of boost the team, but things went this way and that. But no, it's a good team. Kendra Miller, Devin Neal are on that team, so there's a lot of future coming up. So I sold a lot of. I don't have many picks in this upcoming class because I sold some stuff for Neighbors, but I still definitely walked away the winner in that trade.
Yeah, yeah,
Anything for him is essentially good.
I agree. When you're getting a foundational asset like that, it's fuck
Yeah,
those pick season, right?
yeah, exactly. And I was able to keep my 27 first. And it was a really great trade. It awesome. Jalen McMillan, Damian Pierce, and like somebody else in there was an okay player, and like a little bit of a handful of picks, but I'll take that all day for for Malik Neighbors,
Oh
man.
yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
But anyway, yeah. Aside from that, yeah, the most of the teams are doing okay. It's just my main league. I missed on playoffs. One of the highest scoring teams in the league. I have the most points against by like 200 points. It's
Oh
insane.
no.
Everyone went crazy on me all year. I don't think anyone scored less than like 115 points against me, and it's half PBR. So that was tough. But there's another one. A second home league is just it's like a little bit more of a mix of a couple of guys that I'm not like as close with as this other group, and that one's the best team in the league. So hopefully I can um, carry. That's the one I drafted like Derrick Henry and CMC on the turn in the first round,
There you
14 team
go.
league. Yeah, it was pretty good. Um, yeah. So, anyways, enough about me. The Seahawks and Falcons game, 37-9, Seattle. That was just another defensive showing out of the Seahawks.
Yeah,
What are some big takeaways you got out of that game?
man. Atlanta held them to 6 points in the first half, and then they just absolutely exploded. And when I was doing a news piece for that, just seeing the Mike McDonald say, Sheed, you got to go, you got to get us one back, referring to Rashid Shaheed, and sure enough, he runs a return back for 100 yards and kind of ignites the offensive explosion here.
Yeah.
JSN laid a dud for us in week 13, and he's right back to doing the same old stuff. 92 yards, just short of that 100, but he gets 2 scores.
Yeah.
Just showing us why he's one of the top wide receivers in the league.
Yeah, he is. And I really pick for Jalen. Let's go. Hurts with another pick. I really love Shaheed. He's a player that I've always really been behind. I've got him in that dynasty, the rebuild, and was really liking what he was starting to do in New Orleans. And then they traded him to Seattle. I have Torrey Horton,
Okay.
so like, oh my god, what am I gonna do here? Because I have on that team, I have Jacoby Myers, BTJ, and I have Parker Washington, and I have Shaheed Horton, and and AJ Barner. Everything's just kind of fallen into all these all these players getting traded to the teams that I already have players on. But it's good. I like Shaheed, and I really hope he either ends up somewhere different that works, or like becomes something with Seattle, because he's a really good player. He's a good
He,
receiver, and he deserves it.
he is, and we saw that offensive ability that he had last year, and he goes to the Seahawks, and it's kind of been a slow
Mhm.
start, but he's reunited with Clint Kubiak, who utilized him the way he did in New Orleans. So maybe
Yeah,
in the later season here, and a playoff push for both managers and Seahawks in the real NFL, you might see more of Shaheed here, and what they're going to do with him in the offseason.
yeah, yeah, and also Torrey Horton, I think, is going to be a really good part of that offense here.
Yeah.
Once he's back on the field, feels like it might not be this year. So, and probably a part of why they got Shaheed. But yeah, dynasty owners of Horton, definitely hold on to him. I think you're not going to be able to sell him for much right now, so hold on to him and just be ready, because I think he's going to be, once the receiver room kind of shakes out in Seattle, I think he's going to be there with JSN, and that will be a really good duo. Um, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts with like an actually good day. 6 catches for 90 yards. See, what do you know? Kirk Cousins can get him the ball.
Yeah, I guess you need to leave your golf buddy, and you needed to get the founder of Lowe's, Kirk Cousins, back there to make Kyle Pitts relevant again.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, it's funny. Kyle Pitts. I've been one of the main one of those people who've like, come on, when's Pitt's gonna do it, to all these Pitts
Hmm.
truthers. Still hasn't happened yet, but it's a good sign of him having. I felt like he kept getting just these big, like 25+ yard plays last night or yesterday. I kept getting notifications of his plays. Um, but yeah, it looks, he looked all right. Maybe they're gonna start getting him more involved. Bijan Robinson had kind of like a whatever day, nothing too
Yeah,
exciting, but he just gets volume, so he's always worth, his floor is
gets
so high.
yeah. I mean, like we're looking at it, and Bijan put up 92 yards, which is by his standards is pretty awful.
Yeah,
Like we talked about with Pitts, he's kind of the guy that's stepping up when London's out. And I don't know if
mhm,
London. It kind of sounds like he's questionable again for Week 14 with that PCL. So that's something to pay
yeah,
attention to. And Kyle Pitts might be a viable option moving forward.
yeah. It looks like London. They're gonna assess him over this week, so
Yeah.
he might be back. I don't know yet. I feel like he and probably the rest of the staff aren't super into a rush to get him back on the field, because there's not much to play for really for them right now. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what happens there.
I think if that's the one thing that they're doing right, maybe the commander should listen to that with Jaden
Jade
Daniels.
Daniels, who
And
keeps getting
yeah,
blasted. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. The future quarterback of your franchise. Probably let him heal. You guys aren't winning a ring this year.
Yeah.
Let him get healthy. So yeah, the on to the next game here. The Jaguars and Colts. The Colts have just fallen into like the
Oh,
injury like vacuum. Like everybody is falling. Daniel Jones, you lose your quarterback. Yeah, it's not a good look for the Colts right now. They look like a full like 180 swing has happened to their team. Um,
yeah.
tough for them. Tough for them.
And it's like Daniel Jones. That's heartbreaking for him for what he's been able to do. Since he got cut from the Giants, comes here, has a season, and he probably lost what close to $100 million with that Achilles tearing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
He's
unfortunate.
he'll get he's gonna get a contract somewhere, if it maybe is still in Indy. But yeah, he lost a little bit of money off of that play,
Yeah.
blowing out Achilles, not being able to put more up this year.
Yeah. So now with Daniel Jones being injured, Riley Leonard apparently has a knee issue that,
Mm.
we haven't really heard about until today. And now there's rumors that Philip Rivers is coming to check
Yeah.
things out. So what the hell does this mean for Indianapolis pass catchers? Is it JT season going into the playoffs where they're just going to give him 30 carries a game and that's what the offense is going to be? Like, what are you thinking? Because I'm hoping JT is really, back to 3 touchdown a game, JT. I need that.
So before the season started, I pointed out this stat about JT is like every year in the fantasy playoffs, he averages like 23 points a game. So it's just what he does. The playoff time, he just crushes, and I think that's what's going to happen, especially if, like, what's going on with Anthony Richardson? If they are like, oh, let's go call back 4-year retired Philip Rivers, who's 44 years old, instead of playing you,
Oh,
like, there's something going on there.
man, and like I don't know. I saw a picture on Twitter today, and I don't know if it was photoshopped or if this is real. Like with the way Anthony Richardson's been in his career, I could definitely see it being real. But he's out on the field with a patch, and it's like it's probably AI, but it
Yeah.
made me laugh. Like he's what was it, broken orbital bone with an
Mhm.
elastic band, right? Like or
Yeah.
resistance band. Like I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm glad you looked at those stats on JT, and you're right. Like he goes and he produces for us fantasy managers, and he's got the Seahawks, the Niners, and the Jags
Mhm.
for fantasy. So I mean, it might be tough against the Seahawks, but I think that's a juicy matchup against the Niners, and he'll be able to do something against the Jags.
Yeah. Yeah. The Jags have, surprisingly enough, not allowed a 100-yard rusher yet.
Mm-hmm.
But JT is the kind of guy I can see changing that. Which brings me to oh yeah, he didn't. Wow, so he just, I was just saying they just played and he got 74 yards, but he scored a touchdown and he had a lot of volume. So
Yep.
JT is still worth it. But yeah, Travis Etienne on the other side, 74 yards, same amount of yards, but he had an extra touchdown. He's been looking like, much more revitalized this year. Brian Thomas, he had some good plays. He only had 3 catches, but 87 yards. He got a few like really big passes. It's good to see. Jacoby Myers seems to be the guy for Lawrence right now, though.
Yep.
He's getting loads of looks, a lot of passes, scoring and getting in the end zone. And T-Law has been playing pretty good football. So the
Yeah.
Jags have been playing good.
And back to Myers, like he looks like he's getting acclimatized now. He's able to find those soft spots of the field and give Trevor Lawrence that opening that maybe Brian Thomas Jr. isn't quite familiar with, or
Mhm.
Travis Hunter wasn't when he was here. Same with Brenton Strange.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jacoby Myers is just kind of that perfect pro to maybe help settle Lawrence a little bit on this playoff run. And Jacoby Myers is somebody I just bought this weekend because I lost Marv and Rome, and I sent it's probably 208 ish for Jacoby Myers, and hopefully he can
Mhm.
make a run in my playoffs here.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think he could. And Brent Strange, the last two before yesterday's game, he had a couple of really good games. He's very much incorporated into that offense. He had 3 catches for 27 yards, which isn't much, but he's involved. I mean, that's like the same amount of catches as Brian Thomas. You know what I mean? Same amount of
Mm-hmm.
targets, same amount of targets as Tim Patrick. It's second most targets. Like they do try to get him the ball. So he's somebody, especially because he came off injury. If he's out there on the waiver wires, I'd pick him up for to at least stash for your playoff run because I think he's worth getting because he can put some points on the board. Let's see, where was I?
What do we
Okay.
got? Tyler needs another Barkley run. What do you say to that now that they're all tied up?
Let's go. Yeah, right. Need another one of those Barthelons. Yeah, I think there's a few people out there that do. We had J Dog in here earlier saying that run earlier got him into the playoffs, so that's really good. Um, hopefully he does that for some of you guys out there. As much as I don't, as long as the Eagles lose, I just need the Eagles to lose.
Eagles can lose. I haven't looked, but I probably need a little bit more from Hurts and AJ Brown. I think I was like 80 points above the cut line for Scott Fishbowl, so I'd like a little
Yeah,
bit of a cushion here, depending where they draw that cut off.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And thanks for stopping in, Tyler. I appreciate it. Yeah, Barkley. I was about to say I thought he was going to break another one right there, but yeah, he's having a really good night. I'm surprised they haven't used him more. They should have been from the beginning because he was doing awesome to start. A game we can kind of quick recap this one: the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings. 31-0. I don't think anyone saw that happening. Jaden Daniels got blasted again, so Mariota came back out on the field. Um, not a lot for the offense on Washington.
No.
McCarthy throwing for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns. Justin
Mhm.
Jefferson not being involved in barely any of it.
Yeah.
What's going on in the Vikings offense, man?
Man, I Look, I'm just as shocked that the Vikings won 31-0 and Justin Jefferson wasn't involved. Like, I don't understand what is going on with this offense right now. Even with the run game, it looks like Jordan Mason 1 week he's involved and then he takes a back seat to Aaron Jones. But Mason got the touchdown, and it just looks like it was spread out. Like, I don't know. I'm sure you saw that interview too of Aaron Jones where he got questioned if they're dumbing down the offense, and that might be what it is. Like, don't try to force something to your star wide receiver because Justin Jefferson's obviously getting, the number one DB on him, or he's getting double covered. Like, just go and find your hot routes, your easy passes to make, and I guess that's what we're seeing. So JJ looked a little bit more comfortable.
Just
I
playing
think
smarter.
Yeah, and I think big news out of this too on the Washington side is Zach Ertz got his leg blown up. That's now it's confirmed ACL tear. Looked a lot worse than that. So hopefully that's not the way he ends his career, but it didn't look good.
Yeah, I saw a video clip of it and I screenshotted it like at the impact in his legs, and I posted it on X and was like, yeah, I think that's not good. Might be the whole knees blown out, but luckily just an ACL. But I mean, at this late in the season, he's looking at maybe playing at the end in the playoffs of next year. So probably even till the next. So it sadly might be how he retires. This might be it for him. I mean, I can't imagine being. I'm the same age as him. If I tore my ACL in professional in football, it might be like, yeah, I think this is it. I think we're good.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, JJ McCarthy. I think I made a post earlier about it. And after this, I'll get to that message. Justin Jefferson. People are kind of getting on this whole like panic about him. Stop panicking about him.
Yep,
it's fine. It's just the weird year as a whole for the Vikings. Simmer down. Justin Jefferson is not going to his talent didn't just go away. This isn't Space Jam, okay? He's plenty good. And he's going to be fine. They'll figure it out, whether they get another quarterback or they change up some scheming stuff to help fit the team better to like the whole like offensive ecosystem. Things will change, and he'll be fine. Do not panic sell him for cheap. If someone comes in offering insanity, like I guess go for it. And it's okay to shop. It's okay to go and take a few shots and see if somebody is like, hey, let me get rid of him. But I think the fantasy world's too smart these days, especially in Dynasty, that they know better.
It is, man. Like, the edges are definitely honed down where, like you said, fantasy managers are so much smarter. But anytime there's an elite asset like a Justin Jefferson, or you've seen Lamar like this, or you're dealing with some injuries, you have to do your due diligence as an owner and go and ask. I actually bought Justin Jefferson, but it was more of not a panic sell on the other owner. I think I really respect this manager that I made the trade with. So I ended up paying full freight. Like, I sent away CeeDee Lamb and Devontae Adams, but I got Waddle a second and Justin Jefferson. So it's kind of on a rebuild where it's, it helps him now. Adams, I think he's probably got a couple years left, but I really believe that Waddle is going to be a part of the Dolphins moving forward. And like you said, JJ is going to rebound. So you got to take a shot and to get some draft capital with it too. I'll take that risk on a rebuild.
Yeah, he'll be fine. JJ will be fine. That's the perfect way to do it. You're in a rebuild, just throw somebody out there, go get him, and you'll be, especially if Adams is part of the trade, like, he probably does have a couple years left, but I'd rather just go get the guy I know has, like, probably 8 years still left, so, yeah. T. Higgins plays with concussion and scores touchdowns. We love that. We don't love it for his brain, but we love it for the fact that he's just a dog like that. Man, Herbert keeps running the ball, dude. Ugh. BHS Cardinal, love the show, guys. Thank you
so much.
We love you.
Thanks for hopping in and commenting.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tryhard, for your comment. We'd love to see it. And yeah, is CD gonna make it back? He might. I mean, this week probably, as if the Eagles lose this game, Dallas is definitely still in it. I don't think you're keeping him off the field unless the medical guys literally won't let him play. So that's it. But I think with the extra day's rest because of the Thursday game, that
Yeah,
he might be able to sneak in there.
yeah, I agree
F.
with that.
Worst case, he's missing one game. He's not missing more than that.
Yeah.
The next game, probably the best one of the weekend, honestly, the Bills and Bengals.
Hmm.
Was really bummed for the Bengals. Um, I want to see Joe Burrow back in the playoffs. like, uh,
I know.
and there was a tweet I saw today. Someone posted about that, saying he's made it. He's he's made the playoffs 2 out of 5 years or something like that. Which they were. It was a negative thing. Like, well, 2 of those years he was hurt. You know, like he didn't play most of the season. One of them, because they're talking about this year, so one of them being this year, he didn't play for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, something like that. Maybe 10. Like, yeah, this isn't on him, And he played a good game, other than the late turnovers. But he had played a good game. He played a great game last week and won. Like, you can't put this on Joe.
Yeah, that's right. And it's unfortunately the other side of the sword when you go and you put all of your money into Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase, like you're going to leave holes on other parts of your team. And unfortunately, that's the offensive line.
Yeah, and the defense kind of the
Yeah,
defense hasn't
yeah,
outside of the Baltimore game last week, they've kind of not been great. Um,
yeah.
and it was a snowy game, so that you kind of have to give them a little slack.
Yep. Um, going back to a Joe Burrow tweet I saw just before the show that Joe Burrow is just modern day Matthew Stafford with the Lions.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
It's like,
just
yeah,
getting banged up, playing
yeah,
great, but can't. The team can't help him get anywhere.
yeah, I
Yeah,
love that. Yeah, Josh Allen in the snow.
playing a great game.
Yeah, just puts
Oh,
the Bills on his back again and gets to work.
yep, yep. Everyone was expecting it to be a James Cook thing, but it ended up being
Hmm.
a Josh Allen. And Cook still had an okay game, but Josh Allen was the one who did all the work.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, nothing too shocking in this one. Like he said earlier, T. Higgins gets the concussion, but he scores 2 touchdowns, gets 90 yards, 6 catches. Yeah, kind of the general usual stuff. In this one,
Dalton
nothing too
Kincaid
shocking.
back. We had questions
Yeah,
about his hamstring
yeah.
again. There was something else that was going on. I don't know if it was a foot or it seemed like there was something else that popped off on a report, but he's here, 4 catches, 41 yards and a score.
Hmm.
So good for fantasy managers that risked it and kept him in the game. I know I was telling you I was busy at a hockey tournament all weekend, so I wasn't checking my lineups. I put him in on Saturday night and kind of ride or died with that, and it
Yeah,
came came out good.
yep, yep. Yeah, it was definitely good. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Chase Brown had 23 yards and a touchdown, so
Mhm.
one of his lower games of the year. Jamar Chase also had a pretty quiet game for him at least. 5 for 44. It was a lot of T Higgins and Gasicki. Um, yeah, yeah, not a lot of big shockers. Just a good game. It was just a fun snow football game to watch.
Yeah, for a total of 73 points, and it's not James Cook and it's not Jamar Chase putting up big points. I think that's the one surprise for me in this.
Yeah, right. It wasn't one of them. Yeah. The next game here, pretty shocking. 24-20, the Saints beat the Bucks. I don't know if there's
Mhm.
many people who saw that coming.
I did not in DFS. I was
Yeah.
loaded up on the Bucks, and
Yeah.
I donated some money to Fast Draft this week.
Yeah. 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 That was divisional games. This is what like this is the stuff that happens in those games.
Yeah.
But just an interesting thing to see. The Saints are losing draft capital. And they're keeping the Panthers with a chance to make the playoffs,
Mhm.
keeping them in the mix. Have you seen the whole thing about the Panthers this year where the last 2 times that they made the Super Bowl was Ohio State the year before won the championship. J Lo got divorced, and there's another one. There's another one that I can't think of. It's like somebody else won a championship or something. But yeah, it's like all of these things have all lined up. Oh yeah, and they opened the season against the Jags, and like something. It's like a ton of stuff. It's every year they've gone to the Super Bowl, these things have happened, and it's all lined up again.
That is freaky, man.
Yeah,
History
yeah.
repeating itself. So
History is repeating itself. So maybe the Panthers get to the Super Bowl this
so
year.
you're saying get your wallets open and get ready for this. Get ready to lay some Panthers bets down.
Put the house on the Panthers making it to the Super Bowl. Yeah. And losing, but they'll make it. They'll make it there. But yeah, back to the other teams here. The Tyler Shug he ran a bit, but outside of that, he had a pretty not great passing game. A pick, 144 yards, 13 for 20. Devin Neal, pretty good game. You know, considering he did good, 90 carries, 70 yards and a touchdown. He had a few catches mixed in there.
So is Devin Neal the guy? Like if Kamara, when he's healthy and he's back, is Devin Neal taking a bigger role next year, or what's going on with that backfield next year?
It's hard to tell. Devin Neal, we haven't seen a lot out of yet. Like again, though, he looked okay. Kendra Miller, I don't know what they're gonna do. If for some reason, like if they walk away from Kamara walks away from them, whatever it is, I think you're gonna get a. Oh wow, almost a touchdown. You're gonna get a lot. It's gonna be like a two-headed monster. It'll be kind of what a lot of teams are doing.
Yep.
Kamara he's aging out. You can feel it this year, and something's gonna change there. I really like both Neal and Miller, so I'd like to see them both succeed. I'm big on both of them, but we got time. We'll see. I'm not really sure. What are you thinking will happen there?
I'm just wishing Kendra Miller can stay healthy, man. We had that whole Dennis Allen doghouse stuff going on, and then when it seemed like he was going to get an opportunity, he can get banged up. But I agree with you. Like I think Kamara, they probably talk over the season. I think they've restructured him enough that they signed him to that extension. I don't know how the money is going to work, but I could see something work out where, it is Neal and Miller, and then they go and sign another vet free agent and kind of let Kamara go and do his thing, maybe chase a ship.
Yeah. I find it hard to think that Kamara will be there next year, but you never know. But I really do like Miller too, and it looked like he was finally getting his opportunities this year, and he was doing pretty well with them. And then he gets hurt, man. He just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah.
If he can stay healthy, he's great. I really liked him coming out of college. The Bucks, Baker Mayfield has a very non-Baker game, 14 for 30, 122 yards, touchdown and a pick. Bucky Irving repeats literally exactly what he did last week. And he's back. He's playing well. There was a couple drives where like Rashad White and Sean Tucker got all the touches. I don't know if they're just trying to keep Bucky healed, clean for the playoffs, which I assume is probably what they're doing.
Yeah, I think it's more than that too. Like if it's coming off the injury, and then there was the reports of the mental health stuff, like they're just probably not trying to overwork him and stress, and just let him feel comfortable. I don't think they want to risk a re-injury or anything like that. So I think you're 100% right. They're just trying to keep him fresh.
Yeah.
Egbuka, 2 receptions, 15 yards. Is the touchdown luck, has that well dried up? Are we low on Egbuka? Are we panicking? Are we trying to buy? Like, what do you think? Have you got leagues that don't have trade deadlines right now?
I'm trying to buy. He was plenty good at the beginning of the year, and he'll probably be hard to sell because of what he's shown. He'll probably be hard to purchase. It's going to cost you because what he's shown, and people like what they saw, and they're not going to let it go. It's just the offense as a whole has really had just a strange 6 or 7 weeks. I don't see that continuing going into next year. So I think Egbuka, the receivers on the team are aging out. I think Egbuka and Baker get some more time together. It's going to keep clicking, and he'll be just fine. I don't think there's any reason to worry about him.
Yep, I agree with you there.
Okay. Steelers, Ravens. The Steelers steal one away from the Ravens. What's going on? What did you think of this game?
Rodgers running one in. That was all over everything,
old school style.
Yeah, exactly. Look comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
284 yards and a score. Big day for DK Metcalf without finding the end zone.
Yeah. And they had him as a gunner on a
Yeah.
punt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Let's just take our expensive alpha and let
Our
him get the
33
shit kicked
mil.
out of him. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
He did good. I mean, he was moving and he was a big dude. He's hard to get down, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was funny seeing that. Um, Running backs for the team: Kenny Gainwell 4 for 15, touchdown. Warren 8 for 13. Yeah, he had some catches though, 3 for 49, a touchdown. But yeah, not a lot in the run game for the Steelers. Ravens were. Sorry, I'm watching the play. Ravens were. Lamar Jackson's still, I don't know, doing what he does. He ran a little more, got a touchdown, still
Yeah.
threw a pick, and obviously, I think he had the fumble as well.
Yeah.
It's just not looking good. Keaton Mitchell had a big play though. Love to see that out of Keaton
Yeah.
Mitchell.
Love Keaton Mitchell. Still have shares of him.
Yeah, same.
Explosive runner night, right? Like I really think he's a good piece to go along with Derrick Henry. It was really sad when he got that ACL injury, but hasn't lost any work to Rasheen Ali while Justice Hill is out. So
Yeah,
I think that's a good piece moving forward. Mark Andrews, massive day of 1 reception, 9 yards after signing that contract extension.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like that had to have been a hey, that's Lamar's guy. We got to sign it. He's been faithful to the Ravens. Like, why did they go and give him that deal when we thought at the start of the year that likely was going to get extended and he was going to be the guy moving forward?
I think they just want him there. Him and Lamar. They're like, well, outside of this game, they have a thing. They have a connection, and I think that the both of them want each other to be there. And I'm sure that Lamar wants Mark Andrews there. He has these games. He has these games where he kind of not a lot goes on. I think defenses definitely try to phase him out as much as they can because when Lamar gets moving around in the pocket and starts throwing the ball, it tends to go to Mark Andrews. So
Yep.
I think it's just one of those games that it wasn't going his way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is concerning for me. Like they give him the contract, and we kind of saw he had the tightrope surgery. He got in that car accident, but this year he's only got just looking. It's 2 games over 40 yards. Like now he's kind of fallen into that realm of tight end that's touchdown dependent.
yeah.
Do you think there's a resurgence from that? Because I don't. Like I think what we see now from Mark Andrews is going to be what it is for the rest of his career. He might have Darren Waller stat lines where it's 2 catches, 30 yards, 2 scores, right?
Yeah.
Like
That's probably what he's becoming now, which would seem actually very plausible generally with that offense. It's just been the Ravens as a whole. I mean, the Chiefs as a whole. It's all just been really weird. It's been a very strange NFL season. I think when we get past this weird bad juju season, we can take a look back at the things will clean up a little bit next year, and we can kind of see how things are again. It's been a very strange season for sure. Dolphins Jets. Not much to talk about in that one. Really, it's the Dolphins smoked them. HM looked like he always looks.
yeah, got banged up there too.
He did.
I
Yeah.
think I left the game.
Yeah.
Rib
But
injury.
Jalen Wright did just fine without him. 24 carries, 100 yards, touchdown. Waddle had some catches, touchdown. Like, yeah, it was all a lot of running game, but all Dolphins offense, and the Jets just not doing much other than a return.
Yeah. Jalen Wright, with all of your work that you do for running backs, were you high on him coming out? Is this going to be a flash in the pan, or is it somebody to seriously consider moving into next season?
Probably a flash in the pan. I didn't hate him. I just nothing jumped out at me with him. So he's like just a good running back. I don't think he's not taking any work from HN. If HN is healthy, they'll have some games. In all honesty, who I think who has a better chance to take stuff away from both of them would be Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon's a very talented back, and I think the more he gets incorporated with this offense and a part of the team, like he's going to get more work, especially in the short yardage stuff. So, yeah, Ollie Gordon's the guy I see doing getting more out of this than Jalen Wright down the line.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos and Raiders. Just one of those divisional games, gritty. I don't know. It was a weird game. It was really weird.
It was better than part one that we got a couple weeks ago.
Yes,
I can't remember
definitely.
what week that was, but yeah, that yeah, that was what, 4 weeks ago now.
Yeah, that was the Thursday night game, 10-7, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't great. Bo Nix had a rushing score. They had a special team score. It was pretty whatever for Denver, It wasn't even. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, RJ Harvey, he got involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing, I think that we heard a lot of criticism about him was that he couldn't run through the tackles. It was always trying to bounce things outside. And, I kind of compared that to how DeAndre Swift was early in his career. But Harvey, 17 carries, like he looked good against this Raiders front. I understand it's the Raiders, but their defense has tightened up a little bit in the past few weeks. But I think that's encouraging news for RJ Harvey bag holders right now.
Yeah, I think RJ Harvey's looked decent. He's a guy that I wasn't super crazy. Like, he was fine, but I wasn't super crazy about him coming into the year. I didn't, and really only because Dobbins has been hurt. Harvey's even doing what he's doing. I don't think he was. He wasn't at the time when Dobbins was playing, and I didn't assume that he was going to get much. But now that he's got the opportunity, he's taking it. And he looks pretty decent. He's had a few good weeks. Cortland Sutton was back on the top of the receiving game for the team, but that hasn't amounted to much. I was expecting a lot better year out of him.
Yeah, it's and I think that's more to do with Sean Payton. Like, I think Cortland Sutton last year was an outlier, and now we've seen that regression, but he's still not close to what his average was. And sneaky play here too is Pat Bryant is slowly getting more snap shares, getting more targets. Like he's slowly worked his way past Marvin Mims, and I think in the past few weeks is actually ahead of Troy Franklin for wide receiver 2 on this Broncos team.
Yeah, I agree.
That was somebody that Sean Payton seemed like, I think he overdrafted a little bit, but then he went and compared him to Michael Thomas to extinguish the fire of overdrafting him. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's been an odd year for him. I really liked seeing Jack Besh get all the work he got for the Raiders this week. He's somebody I really like, and he has the talent. He's gonna be a guy there. So I liked seeing that, and of course Brock Bowers doing Brock Bowers things the whole game. Bowers just looks good, dude. Herbert is taking this team and Josh Allening right now. He just keeps running for these first downs.
Broken hand and all, hey.
Broken hand and all, dude.
Madison Pierre must have something good if he gets a dub. So.
Yeah, he's having like the Jordan flu game right now. Rams Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett, his usual 40+ attempts. Got some touchdowns and yards. He even ran a little bit. Michael Wilson, the insane fantasy stud out of nowhere this year. Crazy.
This is more than like a Linsanity run that we saw in the NBA in years past, right? Like Michael Wilson, is he here to stay? Has he proven that? Is he a better wide receiver than Marv?
Right. Without Marv on the field, Michael Wilson averages more points per game, fantasy points per game, than 06 LaDainian Tomlinson and 2019 CMC. How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's just the work that he's getting, and it's showing that he was a good player coming out of Stanford, and injuries kind of hindered him. And you go and draft Marv as high as you did, like you have to make it work, right? And I'd say that if he didn't have the billing of being, the son of a NFL Hall of Famer, it would be good seasons, but Marv is always going to have to live up to those expectations. And with him not on the field, Michael Wilson is taking full advantage of this. And I don't know if he's a free agent at the end of the year or what he is, but I think he's definitely going to find a place in an offense somewhere.
Yeah, and I honestly hope, in my opinion, I'd hope he'd stay. Because a lot of times this happens, and then the player leaves onto some other team, and it it's the system. It doesn't work. He goes somewhere where it's not the same. The QB and him don't have the same wavelengths. Yeah. So I guess we'll see. But you never know. It also works out sometimes. But I feel like it's just less often than if they don't than if they stay. Blake Corum running really well. 12
Yep.
carries, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's playing really good. And Puka Nakua just doing normal Puka Nakua stuff.
Yeah, I think this is the outcome that we expected for the team. Blake Corum, Sean McVay was true to his word on saying that they were going to try to keep Kyron Williams fresh. I mean, he got his. That's no joke of a game with 13 carries, 84 yards, and a score. But it was Blake Corum, right? The game got out of hand, and they let Corum eat.
Yeah, he looks good. And the Cardinals outside, Trey McBride still always looks nice. He's still a top pick next year for your tight end advantage. So, yeah, it was pretty much the game that went exactly how everyone assumed it would go.
Yep.
A lot of Puka, a lot of running, a lot of Matt. It was a lot of offense for the Rams. Okay, we're getting closer. So Packers Bears, 28-21 Packers. I think most people assumed in Lambeau that the Packers would win. The Bears had a Aaron Rodgers on the Jets long stint of being first in the NFC. Yeah, that's Caleb Williams played fine. He's just got to run around looking for any help he can get in the backfield all the time because the O-line has trouble supporting him. Luther Burden played okay. Jacobs did all right. Yeah, it was. I mean, Christian Watson looked good as usual. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah,
Christian Watson looks awesome this year.
DJ Moore just still seems like he is not a piece of this offense moving forward.
Yeah,
I think the usage has shown that that's pretty clear, and us fantasy managers and on Twitter we've talked about that quite extensively throughout the year, and most noticeably, like he missed the game winning, or Caleb missed DJ Moore wide open for that game winning touchdown when he tried to force feed it to Kmet. So that was a big one.
Yeah, I agree. DJ Moore just can't fit into the offense, I guess. Hopefully, after this year, maybe he gets to go somewhere else and get back into like his role. But yeah, it's really weird. Just the way the offense, Ben Johnson's offense works, it doesn't seem like it has. It's really it's not working for DJ.
Yep. Packer side of the ball, Christian Watson again, like just looks like he did when he had Rodgers in his rookie year, where he's just making explosive plays and getting touchdowns every single game.
Yeah, man, Watson looks great. Yeah, he's been playing really well, and it's not all just long balls. Like he's doing other things too. So, he's looking like the wide receiver one on the team. Even with like Reed coming back, I have no worries with Watson.
Yep.
Houston and Kansas City. I picked the Texans to win this game. Kansas City's not the same team. That defense for Houston is really, really good, as shown. Mahomes with 3 picks. A couple of them were deflections, but he did throw that ball behind Kelsey, which is something he doesn't normally do. But their offense was really quiet.
Yep, and that's just how elite the Texans defense is, right? Like it wasn't very, Mahomes like on a lot of this, but he was running for his life. I think he finally got a taste of what CJ Stroud has to deal with all the time. And yeah, like it doesn't matter how good Andy Reid is at play calling. That O-line is banged up. And the Texans kind of just took it to him. It seemed like they were trying to find ways to lose in the second half for a bit. It was a game that, might have been more enjoyable for me to watch if it was on mute, like just listening to Rico and Collinsworth talk about it.
Mahomes,
referring to the Chiefs as the champs. And it's like, can we give the Texans some credit here? Like, CJ Stroud made a couple big plays, a few nice scrambles and big throws on third and longs. Jaden Higgins had a few big catches, and Nico Collins, like,
Woody Marks had a good game. Like,
Woody Marks, was running right into that defensive line, was running right into Chris Jones and Karlaftis all night, and 26 carries. Like, he knew what he was getting into, and he didn't slow down. I think again he went and visited the blue tent just maybe went and had a little appetizer and back on the field. Yeah, that's right.
No, he looked great, and the Chiefs defense is going to make you pay if you're not on your top of your game. So it's just what they do, and it's what they did to Kansas City. And it's like no one believes, like the Chiefs are pretty much out of the playoffs now, and no one believes that it's like over for the dynasty. But it's kind of nice to watch them not be in it right now.
It is, right? It's
Yeah,
just like it's like how we get prospect fatigue. We're just
yeah,
it's chief fatigue right now. It's
yeah,
they'll sort it out. Mahomes had a good year.
yeah.
You know,
Mahomes played fine. He didn't have as much help. People were
yeah,
dropping balls, and yeah,
yeah, they don't have that E beside their names yet, but
yeah,
it's a long road and they need a
yeah.
lot of help. So
Yeah, and they'll figure it out. I mean, Andy Reid's there still. They'll be fine.
yeah.
You're just gonna have a year like this sometimes. It just happens. Things aren't going the right way. Um, we just need the Eagles to lose and just keep sucking, and then we might have a new Super Bowl this year. It'd be fun.
Hmm.
I want to see
Hmm.
some new teams in
That
this.
would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that game was kind of nice to watch, honestly. And then the game that is going into OT right now. Not a lot happening offensively other than the Saquon run and the Hampton score early in the game. The Kamani Vidal catch for 60 yards was great. AJ Brown's got 6 for 100. You know, Saquon's
Hmm.
finally got a 100-yard game touchdown. So Jalen Hurts with the 3 picks, and then the play with the pick and the fumble in the same play.
Yeah,
Holy cow! There's been a few fumbles in this game, but that
man.
was a crazy play.
He's, you know what, we always like to think that athletes don't hear it. They do a really good job of blocking it out. But the way that this season's gone and some of the scores that Hertz has put up, like he's got to be hearing the news now, right? Like
Right,
he's got to hear some voices back there. He's got to have some doubt. Like he doesn't look like he's rushing, or he just doesn't look confident on the run when he's trying to throw a strike to somebody. It's just
yeah.
yeah, something just doesn't look right with the Eagles, and I'm sure we're going to hear about it in the off season.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it'll, and especially if they like don't make playoffs or something, it's just gonna keep going. Um, no skin off of my back, okay? Yeah, not my problem. Have fun with that, Philly. Not my problem. Because we got no questions over here in Dallas right now. Just the first part of the year sucked. Now we just got to push on to the momentum we've got from the back half of this year. But yeah, I the Eagles seem to figure it out. The 2023 collapse happened. It's borderline looking like we could be getting the same thing happening this year. We'll see what happens in this game if once it closes out. Not that I'm calling for it or assume that it'll definitely happen, but it's it's looking sketchy. That offense is not it's
Hmm.
not banging on all cylinders at all.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the year plays out for both of these teams too. LA needs to keep winning so they can. I mean they're gonna be in the wild card because the Broncos keep winning. So
Yep.
by luck, I feel like the Broncos are kind of like the Chiefs last year. They somehow keep squeaking away with these wins.
Yeah, man. We talked about that last week, and as a Bronco fan, like, sure, I'll take it, but this kind of screams fraud alert to me.
Mhm.
It's Bo Nix trying to play hero ball. You were saying to me you're an Oregon fan, so you know
Mhm.
all about Bo
Mhm.
Nix, and
Mhm.
it's they're kind of getting propped up by that elite defense right now, and they're just getting ball luck that
Yeah.
things are working out and they're putting up points.
Hey, I mean, defense does it sometimes. Look at Peyton Manning in 2015. It's the defense is the championship for that team.
Yep, yep,
So,
that's right.
yeah, that can carry them. That's what defense really carries you through, like the tough time of the year, the playoffs and like the playoff pushes and things like that. So, yeah, the Broncos they should be fine. So, the Chargers, I think, as long as I think they're in the playoffs, and then it'll be a tough road with the health issues, but they've got the
Yep.
talent and the coaching, so they can make a run. Like I said, hopefully the Eagles lose. So, yeah, that I think is gonna do it for us tonight. It looks like the questions have come down to a stop. We have gone through all the games. Is there any last words or any final thoughts you have for the show tonight?
Oh man, I think it's a good wrap up. Again, we have injuries that that come in and just make us regret being football fans and fantasy managers.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're waiting for points to get into the playoffs, hopefully this overtime has some excitement for you.
Mm-hmm.
If not, and you don't have a trade deadline, get to work selling those vets that are only going to depreciate in value.
Yeah, yeah. In Dynasty, if you got trades like if the trade deadline isn't real, that's becoming a lot more common, which I like. Then start wheeling and dealing, doing what you can to make a run for a championship, or grab some stuff now, let someone else run for it, and get some value down the road. Yeah, I think that's a good way to end that. So
Yeah, man.
cool. Well, we're gonna sign out here. I'm gonna go lay down, watch the rest of this game. It's 11:30 p.m. over here, so nice and late. Yeah.
There you go, man.
But yeah, well, thank you to everyone who asked us questions. Yeah, of course, go check out the FSAN site. You can follow me on X here, and
me on
Dog over
X
here.
there.
Yeah, and yeah, we will be back. We're getting close, man. The regular season is over. It's time for the fantasy playoffs. We'll be back next year to wrap up the first week of playoffs. So, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody.